there, Mopar fans. Thought I'd bring you a little follow-up video on that 69 Cornet that I talked about the other day with the factory cruise control. It's not an option that you see very often. I'm going to try to get this video, and it's supposed to start snowing any time now. It's a lot harder to film stuff when it's covered in the white stuff. But anyway, without further ado, I'll show you what this is all about. It's pretty cool and, like I said, a really rare option. So as you can see here, this is the cruise control unit. Pretty complicated little system here. Works pretty well. You can see it's tied into the vacuum booster here, and it's actually got a speedometer cable that comes off the transmission. See if we can poke around here in the back. You can kind of see it there. Comes into the back of the unit and then out of the unit and into the speedometer under the dash. And then it also has a cable that comes off of the throttle. So you have your standard throttle pedal. And then there's another cable that runs off the throttle pedal, around behind the valve cover, and then comes into the unit on the side there. And then, which, you know, that obviously, this vacuum pod here is what controls the throttle. And then it monitors the speed, of course, through this governor unit on the back here. And then you see the switch. It's got its own harness that runs turning it on and off. So it's old school mechanical, but it works. So I've pulled the harness down so you can kind of see it where it comes through the firewall. And then up in there, pretty difficult to see, part of that harness is attached to the brake light switch. So that, well, it actually has its own switch so that when you step on the brake, it disengages the entire system. The air conditioning car also, unfortunately, the stalk, you'll see this is a standard turn signal stalk, is missing for the cruise control. The steering column in this car must have been replaced at some point in time, because this is what it should look like. So I'm also going to take a minute to go over our project that we like to call Trauma. If you watch Graveyard Cars, you probably saw that episode where we talked about the car, went over it, and it's getting ready to come into the shop, and it's going to get fixed up. So this car obviously is rough. And a lot of people wouldn't even bother, wouldn't even try. But this car is a real 69 RT B5 Blue, air conditioning, full 40, 375 horse, center console, bucket seats, black vinyl top, pretty much everything but power windows and SE. Tree took it out in the mid-70s, and it was left on a property just to rot away. The dash is still there, the VIN is still there, and quite a bit of the original sheet metal will be used. Firewall still has its paint, it's usable. Has its heater box in there, air conditioning. I removed the front inner fender wells with the fender tag, put those in a safe place. So stay tuned on this one. The FC770 GTX in violet, that featured in an earlier episode, is also coming in. Quarter panels were on back order from AMD for a while, but they're here now, and we're ready to bring this one in and get it all fixed up as well. It's Wednesday today, and it will be in before the weekend. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that steering column stalk so that our 69 Coronet or B-body cruise control can be a complete unit. Someone might want to add that to their car for that unique accessory, or we might put it in a project here. The 69 Charger RT, we affectionately call Trauma, is going to be coming into the shop, like I mentioned. So stay tuned for episodes featuring that build. The 70 GTX in Violet is going to be in, get new rear quarter panels, rear frame section, trunk rails, all that. The entire back half of that car, pretty much from the door jambs back, needs to be repaired. So subscribe and follow this channel so that you can see updates on that project, as well as the 70 Barracuda that we're doing the mini tubs. I did the brackets for in a previous episode, and we have 71 CUDA coming in, full rotisserie restoration with a Hemi, so you're going to really enjoy that. So don't forget to subscribe and follow. Thank you very much. Enjoy those Mopars.